Instructions for proper care. Absorb material, engulfing skin and bone and blood. Metabolize it as a function of enslavement to the beast of dreaming, of remembrance, of productivity, a care so ill considered it became almost controlled. Locate a haven, pay £500 for cleanliness, and find yourself embellishing that fact, rotating cups and mugs from gross to clean, the legacy of others living on the back of your old dreams. An understanding forces its way up, how one might be more comfortable outside constructing bombs, how one might just get careless as a consequence, how accidental it might be to firmly detonate oneself. Communicate misunderstanding. Walk away when all is said and done, or otherwise jump up and shout and walk around and round, or try to breathe correctly. 2 breaths up the nose with every sentence manufactured, and a breath out through the mouth to tilt the head and send the brain to sleep. Place one knee against a wall and balance there, awaiting confirmation of the style of your approach. Another pushes on, embarrassed by the aura of a different choice of coat. Consider filming limbs, including what one thinks to be a lack. Correlate the limb to language, then. Sit back as automated thoughts of an Uzbek determine what each movement or each absence clicks into a lie. A word without much weight, so disembodied from mistake. Arrive at a conclusion. Time will not be kind to such a process, or allow a proper gap in measurement. Decide to write one blind of need for such interpretation, and then start. Elevate the arm. Imagine dusk to be the end of it, to camouflage the feeling of disquiet. Rotate. Engage the other arm and hand, and feel the weight of a desire for substance, so as to keep unveiled the edges of a mind. Touch limbs and shudder. Recognize the calculation. Evaluate a deference, the possibilities of lying, even further. Beauty waits in a capacity to order out the weightlessness of substance, to take this as the ultimate instruction. Drift off, and then fall out. Extract an older memory from an ill-considered space. Recite new words. Conundrum. What one now deserves in conflict will only be in factories made, debriefed. Export confetti packs, the meaning of them just as little understood as the ancient phrase now worn around your neck. Equate an awkwardness for a desperation in a lifting of the shoulder back and forth. The limb is not at home, and so prevaricates in terms of its location, a restlessness condoned. Compose an accurate department of directions, wherein a joint, a bone, the muscles and the blood can constitute long meetings over access rights to territory, and establish prices for stale bread. pull back from happiness and watch instead a cyclist pass you by. Forget that you were once within an argument for 40 years or more, or maybe less. Hard to take bad weather after that. You want instead the sun. Unleash a sandal from your foot as you now cross the road. Locate it afterwards, and then decide to let it slip back on. Excuse. Rotate the sheets. Turn on the heating once again, and fill the shelves and shutter blinds, and organize the items on your desk, and exercise. Commune with family friends, and pay thy bills on time, and correlate an understanding of the scheduling of payment. Do all these things, do more again, within the space between one action executed and then the other to begin. Fill in an endocrine of anger, asking how the pace of body first refused itself, became a patient waiting on the body for confusion or for gratitude, misunderstanding of itself in posture or in duty or in crime. Indulge in new obsessions regarding access and machinery, objects urging comfort in the best domestic spheres, a lack of movement. Stabilize the terror in your dreams at night, and have instead those pleasant visions of disease. Fall backwards into a relationship with things, a bottle top, a plastic tub of yogurt between your thighs, the act of rolling earplugs made of pliable material over hair upon your leg. Compose yourself delighted in the presence of some roughness, of one who curses, eats badly, of whom you might be warned, well, this explains their current state as the result of one ex-wife who died, who wants to understand the rates of payment for all things. A liking for distaste is not now known to be exemplary. Forgive the fruit that falls onto the ground, a slice of persimmon, ill-tempered at your angle, in slowing down all movements, watching for return. Approximate a question often introduced by food, a thumb corralled inwards to ease out avocado flesh, a knee placed on a switch to aid the lighting of a fire. No panic at the loss of something you've already taken to your heart in absent form. Now place the point of knives in objects first to cut, an onion, some kiwi fruit, tomato. Let the weight of bones commit you to an action. A slow ascent on stairs. Declension regards bathing. Commit to breaking bones discreetly, so as to watch the flesh turn plum or grape, and then an autumn green, so as to void the faction arguing for clarity and calm. Gravity brings things even. Fall while monitoring the ground for aberrations. Test the soil for wetness. Surface layers full as to completeness. Drop and place your weight upon the edges, bearing impact. Recollect an old acquaintance or a lover. Want to call them and inform them of your state. Borrow £20 for transportation to the city. Calmly place yourself at their disposal for instruction inside contraptions of inquiry. Blessing every morning with decay.